Hello students, welcome to RDBMS online classes. In this today's session, I would like to explain about the concept of concurrent transactions. Now, let us start our session. Okay. Concurrent transactions. What is the meaning of concurrent here? Why this word has used in this place before the transaction? Concurrent transaction is nothing but data concurrency is the ability to allow multiple users. Data concurrency is the ability to allow multiple users to effect multiple transactions within a database. Within a database, nothing but within same database. When two transactions are coming, when two transactions are trying to access same database, that type of transactions are called concurrent transactions. The type of transactions are called concurrent transactions. Carefully observe here. This is our database. This is our database. This is our database. So this database having same request, nothing but transaction 1, transaction 2 or transaction 3. At all transactions are at a time, nothing but same time trying to access T1, T2, T3, T1, T2, T3 are nothing but transaction 1. Here I have denoted with the T. Transaction is denoted with the T. T1, T2, T3. Transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3. So these three transactions accessing same database. So this type of transactions, these three transactions are accessing same database at same time. Here in my laptop I have 2:38 time, 2 o'clock 38 minutes. Now current time is 2:38. So T1, T2, T3, three transactions are coming at a time 2:38 to 38 at a time. These three transactions are coming and accessing same database. So that type of transactions are called concurrent transactions. Because of these three transactions are coming at same timing and accessing same data. So that type of transactions are called concurrent transactions. So data concurrency is the ability to allow multiple users to effect multiple transactions within a database, within same database. Simply, data concurrency allows multiple users to access data all that same accessing same data within same time. So that type of transactions are called concurrent transactions. More than one user accessing same database, nothing but user 1, user 2, user 3. Three users are accessing same database at a time. So that type of transactions are called concurrent transactions. Problems of concurrency. So if multiple transactions are coming from multiple users, if the multiple transactions are coming from multiple users, Carefully observe, don't confuse, just see the diagram. User 1, user 1, user 2, user 2, user 3. So user 1, user 2, user 3. Okay, user 1 is doing one transaction called T1, accessing same database. User 2 using T2 transaction, accessing same database. User 3, transaction 3 is using by user 3, accessing same database within same time. Within same time, 238, 238, 238. Got it? So this type of transactions, T1, T2, T3, this type of transactions are called concurrent transactions because of same data they are accessing at same time. Okay, so that is the meaning of concurrent transactions. If multiple transactions are coming to access same database, we will get number of problems. We will get number of problems. What are they? When multiple transactions are executed concurrently in an uncontrolled or unrestricted manner, then it might lead to several problems. Multiple transactions when multiple transactions execute concurrently in an uncontrolled or unrestricted manner, then it might lead to several problems. Such problems are called concurrent problems. Such transactions are called concurrent transactions. The concurrency problems are what? The first one is what? Dirty read problem. First one is what? Dirty read problem. Unrepeatable read problem. Last update problem. And phantom read problem. Phantom read problem. So now let us understand about the first three are enough to learn right now. Last one is not required, and this is also one of the problem. Okay, first one is what? Dirty read problem. Dirty read problem is nothing but reading the data written by an uncommitted transaction is called as dirty read problem. As dirty read problem. This read is called as dirty read because carefully observe what is the definition of dirty read problem. Reading the data written by an uncommitted transaction is called as dirty read. Carefully observe, here I have given one example. This is transaction 1, this is transaction 2. Read A account data and write A account data. So these T1 and T2 are accessing same database, A account data. These T1 and T2 are called concurrent transactions because of same account data they are accessing. Same account data, transaction 1 is accessing same A account data, transaction 2 is also accessing same account data. Carefully observe, read A account and write A account. So if you write anything on the A account, first it will save into the buffer memory. Carefully observe, transaction 1 is reading A account data. Transaction 1 is reading, this is A account. This is A account. This is A account. Carefully observe. Transaction 1, read A account data. Nothing but balance equal to 500. A account contain 500 rupees balance. So now transaction 1 is reading. Transaction 1 is reading. Transaction 1 is reading. Carefully observe. In between, one buffer concept we have. One buffer concept we have. This is called buffer. Nothing but RAM memory. RAM memory. RAM memory. Buffer is called RAM memory. Carefully observe. T1 first send the request to read the data from A account. A account. A account balance is what right now? A account balance is what right now? 500. Balance equal to 500. Got it? This is read A account data. Read A account data. This is read operation performing A account data 500. After that, transaction 1 want to write 400 rupees, 100 rupees want to add in this account. So transaction requirement is writing operation. Writing operation. Writing A accounts data. Here 500 plus 100 rupees credited. Okay, balance plus 100. So already 500 balance we have. Balance 500 plus 100 how much? 600. 600. 600. Next, balance equal to balance plus 100. Okay. Now the final balance is what? 600. Final balance is 600. Where it has stored in the buffer memory, not in permanent memory, not in permanent database. Okay. This is buffer memory. This is final database. Nothing but hard disk. So this write operation is uncommitted write operation. Carefully observe here. There is always a chance that uncommitted transaction might roll back later. Thus, uncommitted transaction might make other transactions read a value that does not even exist. This leads to inconsistency of database. Dirty read problem is when two transactions are involved in same database, to access it. When two transactions are involving, here only one transaction we have now. So this is one transaction functionality. Again one more functionality. Concurrency is nothing but what? Both transactions are executing at a time only. Both transactions are executing at a time. T1 is executing and T2 is also executing, accessing same A account data. Accessing same A account data. So here T1 is reading the balance and also write some balance in A account. But this is uncommitted data. Uncommitted is nothing but the commit command still transaction 1 has not performed. Then the amount is stored at where? In the buffer memory. And T2 transaction is also reading same account data. So each and every transaction, first that the data is available or not, it will check in the buffer memory. So the balance is what? 600. It will collect the data. It will collect the data from buffer memory. First of all, if buffer memory is not available, if this balance variable is not there in buffer memory, then it will collect the data from A account directly. So here buffer memory 600 rupees amount is available now. So when the amount is reading 600 here, the amount is balance is collecting balance equal to 600. This amount is collecting from buffer memory, but the T1 transaction has failed. to store this 600 amount to in that A account. It is failed. It is failed. Then how much final balance we have? 500 rupees na? This is failed. This transaction is failed. Nothing but the 500 rupees final balance. But T2 is reading 600 rupees amount. Got it? So that is the meaning of dirty read of problem. Dirty read problem. So while using the concurrent transactions, the first problem is dirty read problem. Dirty read problem is nothing but reading the data written by an uncommitted transaction is called as dirty read. Is called as dirty read. Here it is reading the data from uncommitted transaction. This transaction has not committed now. If it is committed, the 600 is replaced with 500. Am I correct or not? Sorry, the 500 is replaced with 600 amount, new value. But here the committed state, the data is not committed by the transaction 1. Then T2 is collecting the data from buffer only. Nothing but 600 it is collecting. But that T1 is failed, transaction 1 is failed. Then the balance is finally what we have, how much we have in the A's account? 500 rupees only. So, but transaction 2 is reading 600 rupees amount. So that type of reading problem is called. This type of reading problems we will get while multiple transactions are simultaneously accessed in same database. So that is the major problem. So this type of problem is called dirty read problem. Dirty read problem. Got it? Read A, read on failure this transaction. Same diagram I have given here. And if it is a commit transaction. Next, second one is what? Unrepeatable read problem. Unrepeatable. This problem occurs when a transaction gets to read unrepeated data. This problem occurs when a transaction gets to read unrepeated different values of the same variable in its different read operations, even when it has not updated its value. Not updated its value. That means here two transactions are executing. The second problem. What are the second problem we are getting with the concurrent transaction? So here let us understand about by looking this diagram only. The first transaction one is T1 is transaction 1, T2 is second transaction. Second transaction. Here reading X account data. Reading X account data. Transaction 2 is also reading X account data. No problem. Same data it is reading. And write X account data. Write X account data. It is unrepeated read problem. T1 leads the value of X equal to 10. Here I have given example. Just read these points. Then we can understand about that this diagram only. What are the problem we are getting? What type of problem? Unrepeated problem is what? T1 reads the value of X equal to 10. Nothing but this X value is 10. T2 reads the value X equal to 10. Same. So here any update operation not performed. Any write operation not performed. Both transactions are reading the data from X account. So the X value is what? 10. So 10 value it is reading. No problem here. Next, third point is what? T1 updates the value of X. Instead of 10, T1 updated with 15. Nothing but T1 in T1 transaction write the data. Instead of 10, write statement. T1 is write the updated with 15 value. But T2 again reads the value of X but 15. But 15. Here any commit transactions are performed? No. But it is collecting what? Unrepeated data. Again it is not reading. Okay? The transaction problem is that one. In this example, T2 gets to read a different value of X. In its second reading, T2 gets to read a different value of X in its second reading. Nothing but this one. T2 wonders how the value of X got changed because according to it, it is running in isolation. T2 is wonders how the value of x got changed. Unrepeated problem. So what is the meaning of this one? Non-repeatable read occurs when a second transaction is trying to access the same row several times and reads different data each time. Reads different data. Got it? Nothing but before what we have discussed, same. So here it is collecting the data from buffer na. So actual value is different and this value is different. So nothing but the definition is what? The definition is what? Unrepeatable read problem. This problem occurs when a transaction gets to read unrepeated different values of the same variable. So here x variable is what? X variable value 10. So after write operation x variable value is what? 15. So this problem occurs when the transaction gets to read unrepeated different values. This problem occurs when a transaction gets to read unrepeated different values of the same variable in its different read operations, even when it has not updated its value. Nothing but these two are in buffer mode, not permanent mode. Previous transaction one is wait. Here commit statement not performed, but T2 transaction has performed commit statement. But it is also getting the dirty read problem in this phase, in this level, because of before committed the read value it is collecting from the buffer, but T1 is failure. The read value write with whom? T1 transaction. If transaction 1 is failed, transaction 2 will get the wrong results because of these two are accessing same A accounts data from the buffer only first. Okay, T1 has stored some values about the A account, so T2 is collecting from the buffer. So each and every transaction first it will search from the buffer the requirement is available in the buffer or not. If the requirement is not there in the buffer, then directly it can interact with the A's account. But here the balance variable is available na? The T1 transaction already stored. T2 is also using that one only. But T1 failed and transaction has not committed. Then T2 is still it is waiting with that result na? With that value. So that is every time it is getting the wrong results. Every time it is getting the wrong results while reading time. Unrepeatable read problem. So here commit statement, T1 is not committed, T2 is also not committed. So the data is stored at where? In buffer only, not in permanent database. So that is the problem, unrepeated read problem. Next, last update problem. Third one. Last update problem. This problem occurs when multiple transactions execute concurrently and updates from one or more transactions get lost. This problem occurs when multiple transactions execute concurrently and updates from one or more transactions get lost of data. Carefully observe, T1, T2 transactions are going to work. Going to access same database, A account database. Okay, multiple transactions. Here what is the concept going on? Concurrency transactions. What are the problems we are getting with the concurrent transactions? So third problem is what? Last update problem. So T1 is accessing same A account data, T2 is also accessing same A account data. So T1 reads the value A is equal 10. A is equal 10. Just assume here given na? So A value is 10. So transaction 1 reads A account with value of 10. T2 here no transaction and write the data 10 to 15 in transaction 1. But here write the data transaction 2 is also writing the data, same operation performing A account data. So here 15 they have written, but T2 does blind write A equal to 25. Okay, write without read. Write without read. T2 commits the value. T2 commits the value. So here T1 is still waiting. It has not committed. The value is what? 10. First value is what? 10. After writing, it is 15. According to T1 transaction, the A account value is 15. But according to transaction 2, write value is 25. But immediately committed transaction 2. Immediately committed transaction 2. Write without the buffer in the buffer. T2 commits. When T1 commits, it writes A equal to 25 in the database. Because of, according to T1 transaction, read value is what? 10 starting. After that 15. After write operation, 15. Then after commit statement, what it will get? Carefully observe, 15 you will need to get now. But T2 transaction has updated in between. Because of these two transactions are accessing same database. Carefully observe, you will get. I think you are not getting this one. This is T1, this is T2, and this is same database, A account database. A account database, A account database, and T1 accessing same account. T1 accessing same account. Carefully observe this T1. T1, this is T2, two transactions at a time accessing same database, that is that to A account database. A account database. Wait, in between buffer is also required. This is RAM memory, partially committed state memory, partially committed state memory. T1 transaction 1, T2 transaction 2, and it reads the value from A account. It reads the value from A account. A account starting value is what? Starting value 10 rupees. Okay, starting value is 10 rupees. A account starting value 10 rupees. Here carefully observe. First transaction 1 is doing read operation, read or A, nothing but the 10 rupees it has stored. This is first value. After that write operation, immediately write operation performed. Instead of 10, 15 he has written. Second operation. This is read A. Next second operation from T1, write operation A equal to 15 here. Instead of 10 strike off here and 10 strike off, and in this place 15 place it. Okay, but not permanently stored in this A's account. Committed data is not committed here. T1 transaction 1 is not committed still now. Still it is in buffer mode. This is buffer. Buffer is nothing but RAM memory. Buffer is nothing but RAM memory. So, okay, write operation performed, and transaction 2, write operation again performed. Write operation of A account. How much? 25. So this 15 replaced with the balance variable 15 replaced with 25 here. 25 with the transaction 2. So transaction 1 is committed right now. Now committed. Okay. So this space is also can be counted. Here while doing the reading operation of A account, transaction 2 is not performed anything, but transaction initialized with the same database. Here write operation performed, but while committing, before commit by transaction 1, T2 has involved immediately. So in between this space, T2 transaction to perform write operation and commit operation. So that's why the data has updated with 15 to 25. Okay. Then transaction 1 committed. Transaction 1 committed. Then 25 stored in this place permanently. 25. So here T1 functionality is what? T1 is requirement is what? 15 need to be inserted permanently in this database, but 25 inserted. So that is the meaning of this update is lost by itself while doing the concurrent transactions. Okay, and photon read problem is nothing but this problem occurs when a transaction reads some variable from the buffer, and when it reads the same variable later, it finds that the variable does not exist. Not required that one. Incorrect summary of report. Okay, this one is this one. So the problem occurs. What is phantom problem? Phantom read problem. This problem occurs when a transaction reads some variable from the buffer. This problem occurs when a transaction reads some variable from the buffer, and when it reads the same variable later it finds that the variable does not exist. Carefully observe transaction 1, transaction 2. It is reading operation on the X account. Second one, transaction 2, reading operation on the X account. No problem here. Because of while reading time we will not get any problem. While updating time we will get the values problem. Here delete of X. Transaction 1 is deleting the X account value. But T2 is reading same X account value. Carefully observe. T1 reads X. T2 reads X. T1 deletes X. T2 tries reading X but does not find it. Okay, does not find it. Because of here the transaction 1 has deleted. In this example, T2 finds that there does not exist any variable X when it tries reading X again. T2 finds that there does not exist any variable. Because of transaction 1 involved in the while executing time. T1 and T2 both are executing simultaneously with the same database. T1 is performing delete operation here. T1 has delete operation performed, but T2 still it is searching for the X account. T2 wonders who deleted the variable X, because according to it is running in isolation. Because of individually it is running but accessing same database. It is finding. Okay, these type of problems we are getting. Avoiding concurrency problems. To ensure the consistency of database, nothing but to maintain the correct database, perfect database, it is very important to prevent the occurrence of above problems. Compulsory we have to prevent all these problems. Then only we have to maintain the consistent data. Concurrency control help to prevent the occurrence of above problems and maintain the consistency of database. So how we can maintain concurrency control protocols? By implementing some locking techniques. What are the concurrency control problems we have? Different concurrency control protocols offer different benefits. Between the amount of concurrency, they allow and the amount of overhead they will impose. Carefully observe. What is concurrency control protocol? Different concurrency protocols offer different benefits. Between the amount of concurrency, they allow don't confuse here. Between the amount of concurrency is nothing but different types of transactions. Concurrent transactions simultaneously executing. At a time, all transactions are executing on same database. So that type of transactions are called concurrency transactions. So if you want to execute all concurrent transactions at a time, then you will get the loss of problems. You will get the loss of inconsistent data while updating time. So to avoid all those problems, concurrency control protocols we have to implement on our database. We have to implement, we have to use that locking techniques to maintain the transactions. Okay, so here to avoid the overhead, the amount of overhead that they impose, nothing but to prevent that type of headache problems, we have to maintain concurrency control protocols here. Following are the concurrency control techniques in DBMS. What are they? The first one is log based protocols, second one timestamp based protocols, third one optimistic concurrency protocol, optimistic concurrency control. So these three are the preventing methods, concurrency transactions preventing protocols. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about the log based protocols. Then we will get a great awareness on this, how to maintain the logs in our database to prevent a concurrent transactions. And I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you. Today I am closing this session.